Good morning, everybody. I just want to share some word with you this morning about God being in control and us keeping our focus on God. And I want to read to you something from Joshua chapter 3, where Joshua has led the children of Israel to the banks of the Jordan River. They're getting ready to cross over. The Israelites, they see this river that's swollen and it's tumultuous and violent, and they have no way how they're going to get across. And I find it interesting that Joshua led them there, and they had to stay 3 days before they could cross over. For 3 days, these guys were looking at this river and wondering, how in the world are we going to get across here? But when they were getting ready, in verse 2 of Joshua chapter 3, and I'm reading out of the Amplified Version, and it said, "And it happened at the end of 3 days that the officers went through the camp, and they commanded the people," listen to this, "when you see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God being carried by the Levitical priest, then you shall set out from where you are and follow it." They were not to move until the presence of God moved, because that's what the ark represented. It represented God. How do we need to do that in our lives today? We need to make sure that we are in line with God's will. I posted something a few weeks back. I'd rather be on God's side because He's on the right side. He's always right. So I need to make sure that my opinions and the way I'm thinking is lining up with God. And the Israelites, they were told, we said, when God moves, you move. If God doesn't move, you don't move. And then He tells them this, "However, there shall be a distance between you and it of about 2,000 cubits, which is about 3,000 feet by measurement." I thought about that, and it gives the explanation. It says, "Do not come near it, that you may be able to see the ark and know the way you are to go." They had to keep the ark in focus. They had to keep God in focus to show them how to go, where to go, because they couldn't just jump in that river and swim it or whatever. They get swept downstream. And He tells them this is that you may be able to see the ark and know the way you are to go, for you have not passed this way before. I have friends that are in their late 50s and early 60s that are going down paths they never thought they would have to go down before. They're walking on roads that they never thought they would have done. They never would have had to have done at this stage in their life. But can I tell you, can I encourage my friends and the people that are on those roads that you've never passed before? If you'll keep your eye on God, keep Him in your focus, keep looking at Him, He'll get you there. He'll get you through that rough river. He'll get you through that rough patch of your life, and you'll come out better on the other side. I promise you, because we serve a good God. Amen. Be blessed.